I have a treat for you guys today, okay? Today I have the 2019 Mercedes Benz C63 S AMG, and guess what? This one here is fully loaded. The base price for this model is around $82,000. This one, as equipped, is well above $98,000. And I think, honestly, that is quite cheap for what this car has to offer. If they say that the devil's in the details, well, then this car behind me is satanic. Let me tell you why. What makes this car special is the attention to detail. From the Panamericana grille, big emblem on the side, big air ducts on the side, and these vents are functional. You got the very nice lip down there, but we'll get more into that later as the video progresses. What I feel that the C63 is really well known for is its sound. When I was doing research, people have chose this over GTRs and many other cars in its class because of the sound. I had a coworker who owned one, C63 AMG, and if it wasn't for how loud it is, I probably would have never looked in his direction and I would never know what the C63 is. It really has that beefy sound, at least the 6.0 naturally aspirated V8 did. They chose in this generation to knock it down from 6 down to a 4.0 liter. It's a handcrafted V8 that produces 503 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. It really has more power than I even know how to handle. It's not as crazy as the Hellcat review that I did, link up here, but it definitely is more posed, it's more manageable. But it does feel like it has unlimited power, endless power. You guys can just, it feels like you can just keep going faster and faster and faster, especially on the turns, okay? This car is set to compete with the M3s and the M4s, but it stands out in the class of its own. When you get a Mercedes AMG like the C63S, what you're really buying is the lifestyle. You're buying that luxury, that sporty feel. In this one, you're able to drop the top, feel the hair within your wind, and really get to enjoy this car. It's a car beyond that you can take to the track. It's a car beyond you can take your clients in. It's a car that you can truly, and I mean truly, live the lifestyle. So 503 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. Let's see what it's about, okay? We're dropping it to second. We're going 30 miles an hour. It's toe happy for sure. This car has a lot of power, but it also has a lot of braking power. It has 6-piston Brembo brakes in the front, 4-piston Brembo brakes in the back. It has cross-slotted and drilled disc brakes, and it's also a 2-piece rotor, so that's going to give you the maximum performance, maximum cooling power, and be able to stop from 60 to 0 really quick. As far as comfortability, I'm driving through LA and Hollywood, and this car really does keep a very comfortable drive. It has 6 different drive modes. It has race, sport plus, sport, comfort, individual, and slippery. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you guys with what each of these features do. It's obvious if you guys are into sports cars that the more from comfort to race, the more you go up towards race, it'll make the steering a little heavier, more direct. It'll make the suspension more stiffer, and it'll obviously open up the flaps for the exhaust to sound much more beefier. This car does attract a lot of attention. Even though there's a Land Rover behind me, there's an M3 on this side, there's a Bentley on this side, there's Rolls Royces all over this area. This car still gets a lot of people's attentions. You know, I had some guy pull me over and tell me, man, what a difference in the C63. In fact, what do you guys think? There's a lot of hate for this car because of the sound. It's not as beefy, it doesn't crackle as much because of the fuel filtration system. But tell me, what do you guys think? You know, I'm so far having people tell me, man, what a difference. People love the new design, but I'd like to know what you guys think. Again, you get that handcrafted 4.0 liter V8 engine that's bi-turbo. The car does 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Very similar to the Hellcat. I mean, what more can I say? Really, this car is just, the ride's impeccable, by the way. I mean, the drive, it doesn't feel like I'm in an AMG. It feels like I'm in a much more luxurious, much more performance focused car. I guess that's the direction AMG is going these days. And the execution is 100%. I'd say the wheels are a plus. If you're getting this car, just get the 19-inch forged alloys. I haven't tested the maximum performance in this car just because today's a lot of cops here in Hollywood, West Hollywood, as there always is. They're always trying to give a guy driving a Mercedes AMG a ticket, you know? The wide body is just, it's so wide, you don't even think that it comes from a production car. It looks like an aftermarket kit, but again, that is the standard AMG in the coupe and the cabrios. I feel like I have to use big words for this car, like fantastic, impeccable, superb, you know, just because this car is just in a class of its own, you know? You can't really compare it to much others. Number one goal today, not get a speeding ticket. I have a feeling that's gonna be very hard to do. We're approaching the freeway on ramp. Let's see if we can get a couple pulls. Fuck. If you guys are liking this video so far, guys, make sure to give my channel a big fat subscribe and smash that like button if that's something you guys are into. This car is definitely a cop magnet. It's a chick magnet, yes, but you're probably gonna attract more cops in this car. But I'm really digging the convertible top, you know, the rack top. It's really nice to have this as an option. And that's really what luxury is about, right? The freedom to choose, the freedom to do what you want, when you want. It's nice to have options, you know? By the way, guys, I'm just a big fan of the interior. This Alcantara right here, the carbon fiber trim on the steering wheel, is just so attractive. Look at how impressive the interior is. Obviously, I'm not gonna go too far into it. You got the full LCD screen right along the side. There's no tachometers or anything like that. Love the steering wheel. Look at the carbon fiber trim along here. Just look at that. AMG right here on the bottom. Right here, you get the different suspension modes. What I liked is that the performance mode, like comfort, sport, sport plus, and race, is independent of the suspension. See that? So that's sport, sport plus, comfort, sport. See that? That's what I thought was really cool, because sometimes when you go on race mode, that automatically changes the settings in the suspension, you know, in other cars that I've driven. So I found it really cool that they're actually independent of each other. Going on here, it's very simple. I like the layout here. It's like an iPhone, you know, you give this to a kid, they're gonna know exactly what it does. Especially with the icons and the words, it's just easy to get to where you wanna be. Let's just click vehicles just to show you some of these things here. Dynamic, track. Let's just check track page here. Okay. All right, thanks for the warning. I'm ready though. See that? So it shows you the different track modes. So you see track race, drag race, telemetry. Let's just pick drag. So you're able to record your time, record your laps, and also record your 0 to 60 on this here. Like, test the acceleration. This one actually has heated, ventilated, and all those good stuff seats. So many seating positions there as well. All right, guys, that essentially concludes the video. I know it was a bit rushed towards the end, but I didn't expect to catch so much traffic. I'm actually thinking of changing my reviews from every Friday to every Sunday, or just reviewing the cars on Sunday and uploading on Thursday or Friday, just because lately there's been a lot of traffic. You know, a lot of things are opening up, a lot of restaurants, a lot of people are more comfortable coming out. The death rate apparently from COVID wasn't so high, or as predicted, so I'm assuming that's why people are going out and enjoying their days. But if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, because a lot of this is coming and they're coming better, they're getting better. And I'm sure some of you guys are probably asking, how would I get a hold of some of these cars? I actually go through an app called GetAround, okay? GetAround is a peer-to-peer renting platform, similar to that of Turo, but I feel it's better because they don't ding you for all the damages. They don't micromanage you, and you can actually rent by the hour. So I actually booked this trip for 2 hours, but I extended it up to 3.5 hours just because I wanted to have a little more fun with it. So if you're here in Los Angeles, I'd encourage you guys to check this app out. Again, it's called Get Around. You're able to rent cars by the hour with a very low deposit. For example, when I was looking at Hellcats, they were asking a minimum of $1,500 deposit, $400 a day, and I was capped at 100 miles a day. With this platform here, I only paid $150 deposit. I paid about $100 for 5 hours or so. That's with the maximum insurance plan. So if anything happens, any scratches, if you guys actually look at that video, the check engine was on. I was not responsible for that, but with this platform and that insurance plan, it actually covered the entire thing. No damage assessment, no deposit or anything like that. So again, it's called Get Around, okay guys? If you guys like this content, make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to hearing from you guys soon.